Boy, was I wrong. I'm going to tell you why. Hey everybody, Jim Nolan here. As I'm doing my last video for Unit 8 of my Fundamentals of Speech Communication SP 1010 class with Dr. Stephanie Davis as the professor, I'm reflecting back on our assignments that we got throughout the class. Our first assignment was to do a video and upload it to YouTube. I had never done that before. I was a little nervous about what I was going to do, how I was going to do it, and how I was going to upload it. But it all became very easy after I got the first 0 for uploading it wrong. When I talked to my student advisor about what class I was going to do, she suggested the speech class. I'm like, what do I need a speech class for? I'm out in the public all the time. I'm addressing civic groups, senior center, school rooms, with the kids, and parents. I do fine. Everybody tells me I do a good job. But as I got my feedback from Dr. Davis on my assignments, I realized I needed some extra help and some improvement. So I did it. As my videos improved, and this is the last one and I hope you're going to enjoy it, I really got a feeling that it was coming to me a little bit easier. I was keeping an eye on the camera instead of on the screen, so I was addressing the public instead of looking down at my notes or whatever I was doing. And it really helped me to think about what I was doing and when I was doing it. During this class, I also took a public information officer class that was offered by the state. This was a 2-day class. It was a free class, and it built on what I was learning in this class, in the SP 1010 class. So I actually had to do an interview and recorded it on my phone with somebody else recording it, and I think I did a pretty good job. Even one of my classmates said they learned something from me, and I think that reflects back on what I had learned from SP 1010. But as I really look in depth into the classes and the assignments that we had, the units that we had for this class, I really enjoyed the critique of a speech that was out there on the internet. And I chose the one that was done by my mayor in his State of the City address for the city of Amesbury. And I really didn't give him high marks on it. And I did a little bit more investigating into who wrote the speech for him and found out that he didn't write it himself and that he was just reading something that somebody else had done. And I really don't think that he looked at the speech for too long and knew what was going on and where he was supposed to do his pauses and where his jokes or whatever was going to come in. But the guy that wrote it for him was in the audience, and from what I had found out, he was laughing all along when he knew what was coming up, that the jokes that he was supposed to give. Not a good time. The other favorite that I did was about the electronics and our dependency on electronics. And with this class and thinking about how dependent we are on electronics, I've shut my Facebook page down for a while because I spend about an hour a day on it. And that was an hour that I could be doing my homework or getting into meditation a little bit, 10 or 15 minutes every morning and 10 or 15 minutes every night before I go to bed. It really helps me to go to sleep now and relaxes me. So I think with this class, I've learned a lot about myself and my dependency on electronics and trying to get away from it and making the conscious effort about it. As I said in the beginning, I was a little nervous about making a video and how I was going to do it, but I'm very relaxed now. My hand gestures are out. I guess when I did my first one, I stood there very stiff and non-moving and non-animated, and I put a lot of ahs and ums into it, and I think I've cleared them up pretty good. My least favorite part of the class was one of the videos that we did, and it was one that I must have put 8 or 9 hours into it. I was very particular about what I was saying and how I was saying it, and I'd get partway through what I was remembering and I'd forget it and I'd start over. And it took me two or three days to prepare the video. But I also put some breaks in, and I did piece by piece by piece, and I thought that would be okay. But the speech had to be one continuous speech with the visuals at the end. Well, I got a big fat goose egg on that one. I was very, very distraught about this, about all the time I had put into it. But I picked myself up. I redid the video, and I think I got another 100, which was great. It really brought me back up. So, in conclusion, this has been a great class. Dr. Davis, fantastic, awesome feedback from you, from her. Very constructive, never being made to feel bad about what you had done wrong. Very encouraging to do better and give me a second chance when I uploaded it wrong or I did it completely wrong. Kudos to you, Dr. Davis. So with this class, I really think it has helped me professionally. I feel much better, much calmer now when I'm out talking to the civic groups that I go to. The children that I need to address, they're probably the hardest people to talk to because they come out with the most off-the-wall questions. You got to be quick on your feet and still stay confident when you're answering their questions. But it's a lot of fun. But I learned a lot from this class. I appreciate the opportunity to have taken this class, and I appreciate all the feedback and what I need to think about as I address the public. So I'm going to go forth, putting this all up into my brain, and use it to the best of my abilities and in my job. Thank you, Dr. Davis. You did a great job.